Well, hello there. This is Andrew here, here to give you a new movie review. And the movie I've selected on this particular day is The Wolf of Snow Hollow. I'm not sure if this is a very well known one or not. It's from 2020. It's rated R. That's good, as I always say. I know I'm one of those people that prefer their horror films to be rated R. Anyways, I'll go ahead and jump into it. This one's like an hour 23. Written and directed by Jim Cummings. He also acts in this one. And Jim Cummings doesn't have a ton of stuff. He's produced one or two things, directed maybe one or two other things. Acted in 15 Cameras, the horror film that I haven't seen, which I probably should. But without further ado, I'll continue on here. See, Jim Cummings is the son of the sheriff in this one. The sheriff being Robert Forster, who pretty sure a lot of people knew him. Knew him as an actor. He was in Psycho and a bajillion other things. This was his last film, so rest in peace. Who else we've got? We've got Ricky Lindholm, who was also in Knives Out and Pulse. She's kind of like I would say the smarter cop, or just like the one that does her job and like does it properly. But yeah, most of the cast members in this one, or the actors in this one, are not super well known, so I skipped over some of them. But I will just kind of jump into this one. This one is a like mystery thriller with some horror in it. Basically, this town, it's in the mountains. Shoot, I forget where it was. I want to say it's like Montana maybe, or Colorado. But it's kind of a small town in the mountains. There's a great setting for a horror film. I love it. And a lot of cinematography is nice. They do some, I want to say it's probably drones flying over around the mountains and the trees, and it's like snowy. So this is kind of a good, perfect winter. I don't want to say Christmas because there's not really too much Christmas involved in it. I mean, there's a little, but I'll continue on with this. So there's a killing that happens, and that's like a rare occurrence in this town, and it's a brutal murder, and there is a footprint of a very large wolf near the crime scene. So a lot of the cops are saying this is a wolf attack, or a werewolf or a bear, and Jim Cummings, who's the deputy sheriff's son, is like, this is a human being. Stop trying to make it something it's not. It's the human that did this. I knew that was gonna fall. I'm gonna leave that in, actually. That was kind of fun. Anyways, so Jim Cummings is kind of he's an alcoholic in this one, and his dad, the sheriff, Robert Forster, is basically, seems like he's at the end of his rope, and which is crazy because he's dying pretty much, I think, as this movie is being filmed. So he's having like heart attack, and he's like chest pain and stuff. So he's basically almost useless, but he can see that his son is like possibly falling back into his drinking ways. So all this pressure is just weighing down on Jim Cummings as the movie goes along, and he breaks. He starts drinking, and it's just madness, and the killings keep happening, and they're slowly getting closer to maybe finding out what happened, but you don't know, like, if it's a werewolf or if it's a bear or if it's a person like in it's like trying to fake that it's a wild animal attack. So you're like, oh, I don't know what's going on. And the kills are pretty good. The blood's good. The acting's I enjoy the acting. I think it's kind of a just kind of heavy, like heavy hitting on the alcoholism with Jim Cummings. It's like you really see his whole life kind of unravel as he's losing control over his drinking, and man, that gets a little dark. It's hard to tell whether it's funny at points or just like, oh geez, dude, that's you gone so far. You'll know what I'm talking about if you watch this one. I really recommend you watch it because it's just a good winter flick. It's fun. It's a fun one. It's not. I mean, you could delve into the alcoholism and not being able to do your job properly. And so I don't know. You could delve into that, but on the surface, it's just a pretty good mystery thriller. I kind of put it in the slasher category, but that I don't know. I don't know if that's entirely true of it, but I do. I feel like it felt like that. But yeah, wow. I mean, there's not a whole lot more I can say. I will say the ending is really, really good. I liked it. I don't know if you will, but it's one of those films that you're piecing it together, and then finally, stuff goes down. And after all the killings, it's a satisfying ending. I'll just say that. I'll be like, oh wow, that's what it is. So yeah. That's about all I've got for this one. I know I didn't go too deep into it, but I'm trying to do a little bit shorter videos just so you're not just like sitting here like, oh my gosh, is he done yet? No, but I highly recommend this one. I want to say it was on Hulu. I'm not positive on that because I haven't watched it super recently, but very good flick. I would even recommend renting it if you can't get it on any of the apps. It's worth a watch, definitely. I watch it every year now. So that's what I have for this film. Subscribe if you would like. I would appreciate it. Yeah, have a fantastic rest of your morning, day, or night. This is AJ Horror signing out.